Hey skaters, I'm Dirty Deborah Harry with the Dirty School of Skate and Sugar Roller Skates, and I'm here at the Fountain Valley Skating Center today to talk to you about couple skating backwards. If you have not already watched couple skating forward, make sure you take a look at that video because it's going to be important for you to understand what we're trying to accomplish while skating backwards. Today's video is brought to you by pigeonskates.com. You can go online at pigeonskates.com and use my promo code of DIRTY with a big old $sign to save you a little bit of money on skates, plates, wheels, toe stops, and all sorts of roller skating apparel. All right, skaters, go grab your partner and let's learn how to couple skate backwards. All right, skaters, back by popular demand, everyone's favorite skating couple, Barb Luster, the woman with the greatest last name ever, and Don Sievers, a man who's been skating in the back of my videos forever. All right, you two. We're gonna turn this whole situation around. Last video we did forward skating. Now we're gonna have you two show us how to do very simple couples backward skating. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
She's ready. Let's do it. What we need to show the general skating public is the easiest way to skate backwards together, right? Are you ready to show us the easiest way?
And this is probably the most fundamental way right here.
Fundamental. I love it. Putting the fun in fundamental. I love this because you're going around the corner. When we talked about going around the corner forward, you had Barb a little bit in front of you like in a staggered formation, and I like that. When you skate backwards down the straightaway, you're moving her forward and then you're taking her to the side a bit.
I'm varying my position. I'm either to the side or I'm in back.
Now, are you doing that for style reasons?
Partly for style, but this is for session skating. So when I'm here, I can look in back of me.
Oh,
and when I'm in back of her, I can look in back of me in the other direction.
Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and stop and pick this apart a little bit.
Okay.
We're gonna backward skate couple style. Let's talk about how we get together and what the actual positioning is between the two skaters. Things that we see that are commonalities from forward skating. Number one, the proximity between the two skaters. You gotta be friendly enough to get close, am I right?
Exactly.
So I'm sure Dawn has done everything to smell good and look good and all that, right? Because when you're bringing the ladies in tight, you don't wanna be offensive. Am I right, Dawn?
That's correct.
There we go. Okay, so they're in nice close proximity. We love the hand holding. As we said in the past video, this positioning is really important. There's not a lot of gripping going on, but there is a distinct amount of communication going on between the hands. Am I right?
Definitely.
So when you're pushing on him and he's pushing towards you, are you feeling the direction or the placement where you need to be through that hand?
Through the hand.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Every time he moves me this way, I know exactly what to do.
Excellent. So again, we want to not see this grip, right? And Dawn has to be confident enough to move her without yelling at her with your hand.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, you don't have to shout with your hand. You're like, "My lady, let me move you around." And she says, "Well, okay, I'm confident enough going backwards with you. We can do this." So we talked about the hand holding, the proximity, and now we've got this again. We talked in the first video about the hand hold right here. He's literally got his hand right above her hip, and her hand is folded in there nice and comfortable. I think that this is an important part to talk about because it's not on your hip, right? He's not pushing you. It's right above your hip. And tell me, how does that make it more comfortable for you if it's sitting right above the hip?
Well, this allows me to still be able to move around.
Right.
If it's in back here or down here or something, it's very hard for me to be.
Or
Right.
this.
Yeah.
This is a hold that a lot of people use that's not that comfortable.
Right?
This is much more comfortable.
And this is supportive.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's supporting me.
Right.
And
Yes.
if you know,
she's supported on
when we're
both sides.
skating backwards, I don't look.
Right.
I don't have to look back there because he's doing all the
Right.
work. I can just
So there's
enjoy.
definite amount of communication in the hand hold over here and this above the hip. Okay, so when you first go to skate backwards, are you skating forward and then doing a nice transition together, or are you starting off backwards?
We can start off backwards.
Okay.
Or we can skate forward and do a transition turn. Either way.
Let's see.
Better
Let's
to
do.
a transition.
Okay, let's do that. Let's see how you get into your backward skating.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going forward.
So they're gently rocking. Excellent. Oh my Lord. I'm sorry. I'm going to make you do that like 100 times because that was so smooth. Okay, I want to talk about this. When you, she's like, Dawn, give me that hand. Okay, so when they're skating forward, it's so great because it's so smooth. Why is it so smooth? Because they dare to skate their edges. People, you've got to skate your edges. This isn't about power skating. This isn't about being clunky. This is like, you got to be smooth. Rock your edges side to side, get in sync. And then when they turn, you can tell that it looks effortless, but it's not. When you're going to do a transition with someone, ensure that you're both going to transition the same direction. Like you're going to start on the same foot and end on the same foot, okay? Let's watch you guys do that
Forward,
again.
back.
I love it. We're going to go forward and transition for me.
Okay. Okay, hang on. Okay, here we go.
Okay. I don't know if you guys saw this, but there was so much care and this is what I see with Dawn. Dawn's like, okay, we're gonna go. He has communicated it with her, and he literally is watching her feet and moving her around into the position. I love that. Dawn, unselfishly, rather with an immense amount of generosity, is saying, I'm going to do my transition, but I'm going to assist her in front of me, show her off to the world, and make sure that she doesn't fall. This is really important. As a partner in skating, dance together. If you are the leader, but to default, he is the leader, he needs to present her and bring her around. Not say, hey, I'm doing this transition, you better keep up.
Right.
Okay, so let's see that again. I love that. It's so good.
Okay, here we go.
Beautiful.
And that was done a little bit faster.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's also the transition from backward to forward.
Right.
Okay, here we go.
Nice. Very, very, very nice. Let's see that trend. Oh, Lord. I could just watch that.
Okay, here we
I
go.
just watch that over and over. So we're seeing now the transition from forward to back and back to forward. I want to point out something real specific on the back to forward. There is a little bit of when you're back, you actually are turning, hitch it up a little bit and then step down onto it. You guys, this is really important. A lot of times skaters get this wrong when they're doing general back to forward transitions. When they're skating backwards, you see it where they're on their outside edge and they hitch up a little bit on the lead foot so that foot can up and then skate down onto it, which makes it so smooth. When you go to pick up your foot in skating, don't think about it as picking up your foot, think about it as hip up. Hip up just a little. It also keeps that proximity between them tight without it interfering, am I right? You guys are just doing so many good things. If people were starting out to do this, would you have them, like I always like to count, like we're gonna go left and right, transition, dun, dun, dun. Do you do anything like that?
Well, I would have them start out skating backwards and reaching their outside edges, skating backwards.
I love that.
In this case, it would be the outside edge skating backwards on your right foot.
Right.
Once you get that, it's going to make that transition from backward to forward that much easier.
I love it. And this is also something that you can practice on your own solo, is doing transitions. So let's show them how, if you were just going to straight up start backwards and backward skating together without a transition. Let's say that.
Okay.
So you put yourself in your position.
The first thing I would do is get the right position that's comfortable for her and comfortable for him. Okay? And your first step, okay, is going to be off the left onto the right, off the right onto the left, off the left onto the right.
Yep.
You're just pushing side to side together.
Now, when you're skating like this, you know that they are putting their body weight down on the
Yes.
ball of their foot, so their heel comes up just a wee bit. With that heel comes up, they can directionally turn their heel, ankle, whatnot, from side to side, and that gets them from side to side, but they
This
push
is all
down.
inside edges, big toe. Pushing off the big toe. Left
Right.
big toe, right big toe. Left big toe, right
So
big
even when she goes in front, you see that the proximity is still close between the partners, and they are still on the same foot, they're still on the same edge, everything is nice and close. I think another thing to point out is you barely see them looking down. And we know that looking down, he's checking every once in a while. He's got her in a certain position. He's looking down like, check, check, baby, check. Make sure. And then he's looking over his shoulder as he pushes her forward to make sure no one's over here. The greatest thing about having a nice, confident partner is if you are in the front, you look straight ahead and just be all zen with it. And you don't have to worry about what's behind you because your partner is constantly checking. So make sure, you know, your partner is doing their job, but also be a good partner. Relax, feel the communication with the fingers and the hands and the hip and all that so that you can skate smoothly together. So good, you guys. All righty. So I think that is a ton to practice today. Now I know for the vast majority of you, it's gonna be like, where do I find a partner? So you are going to need to recruit a partner, okay? Just get out there, get every guy you can to skate. And if not, I have certainly skated with my gal friends. You know, we get together and we skate together like we do this stuff all day long, okay? Just skate with a partner, find a partner, okay? It's so much fun, and I encourage you guys all to try this. Am I right? You guys, don't fight yet. All right, you guys, I hope you practice, and then join us for another episode where I take America's favorite dance skating couple, and we do overhead lifts. Yes, where Barb lifts Dawn. It'll be great. Check in.
Stand-up comedy, right?
Right? All right, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Go practice.